Hi, I'm Geneva Long, CEO of Bowlus, and we just got in this brand new 2025 Bowlus Rivet. Now this is a base Bowlus Rivet, so it starts at 150,000, and I'm here to give you a full walkthrough. Now this is a unit that's 25 feet 3 inches, has a dry weight of 2,900 pounds and a GVWR of 3,500 pounds, making it the perfect RV for lightweight travel, while also having a full bedroom, separate bathroom, living room area, and kitchen. Let's get started. So here we are at the front of the 2025 Bowlus Rivet. So just to go over some unique features here, we've got that jockey wheel at the front, and you'll notice there's no weight equalization hitches or anything like that. And that's because a Bowlus has a very low weight for a full-size RV, and like I said before, that's 2,900 pounds dry, 3,500 pounds GVWR, and that means it can be towed by a huge variety of tow vehicles. Think, Jeep, a Tesla Y, many different types of minivans, anyone that's hitting that 3,500, many Subarus as well, that 3,500 pound GVWR really opens you up to a huge selection of tow vehicles. Of course, our full product selection is all about lightweight, high quality RVs. And so you'll find lightweight RVs amongst our whole lineup, but this is our lightest weight Bowlus at that 3,500 pound GVWR, like I said. And due to that, you'll see that we have a very easy hitch system. So you can hitch in under a minute. You've got the coupler, you've got the jockey wheel on the front. So this can be cranked up and down to lower the front and back of the Bowlus. Safety cables, breakaway chain, all of that. And so you're hooking that on to a 2-inch ball with places for those safety cables to hook up into as well. And it keeps it really easy. It makes it so that you can hitch and unhitch in under a second. I'll also mention here that the hitch weight is incredibly low, so much so that you can actually move the Bowlus around with this handle right here. And so that handle, and I'm gonna link to my other videos showing me moving around a Bowlus in this very showroom. So incredibly easy to do. And that means you can move your Bowlus to your hitch vehicle or even move your Bowlus into a campsite. So you're not worried about backing up, you're not worried about any other things like that. Important features, just what makes a Bowlus is it is, yes, very lightweight. We also use 2024 T3 aluminum on the exterior, and so that's the same type of aluminum that's used in aircraft. We also use aircraft grade rivets, and I'll just focus up on them right here. So those are structural rivets. Now these are very different from the types of rivets that you'll see in other RVs, which are not structural, they're soft. So very, very different application, and that's because the strength of the Bowlus actually comes from the aluminum on the outside and those rivets. Yes, there's a frame, we have an aluminum frame, but that just holds the shape of all of those aluminum panels, and then because of, it's called a monocoque design, but because of that monocoque design, that's where you get all that strength. And so you should really think of a Bowlus as built in a similar way as an airplane, and most RVs as built to be an RV, which of course gives you a very different level of quality, and certainly a different level of quality inside, which we'll dive into more as we get inside. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's do a few more of the features on the outside. So we've got the propane tank here. And so the only appliance that uses propane inside the Bowlus is your heating system. And your heating system operates both off of electrical via shore power, off of electrical on the battery, and then also on propane. And you'll hear why you may not want to use propane in an RV, and that's fair, but in ours, the only appliance that uses the propane is that heater, and that's for cold weather camping. Now, the truth is that electrical heating systems just aren't made at this time for that big of a temperature differential. You're gonna need propane in order to do that, and that's why we have that on the Bowlus. Because of that monocoque design, Bowlus is actually built for 4 seasons of camping. I'll just get low so you can see the aluminum wraps all the way around, so there's no place for vermin to enter. All of your water lines are inside the shell of the Bowlus as well, which means as long as your heat is on inside, you can still be toasty and using those full water systems. So propane tank here, we've got the step here. Now the step flips up for even better ground clearance. We have that beautiful front door. You won't find any RV locks on our front doors. We used commercial grade locks and commercial grade deadbolt right here. So very different type of quality again. You've got the grab handle up on the front here, front porch light down there. And then we'll go along the side. So on the side of the Bowlus, you'll find an outdoor storage hatch. Now this is a really long outdoor storage hatch. So it goes all the way back, and we have the awning in it right now, and all the way over. So I've got the awning, which goes on either side of the Bowlus, which again is very unique, and some chocks in here as well. And as I move back, we use Dexter Torflex axles, which are the highest quality axle that you can find on an RV, so you should always be looking for that. You'll see an air conditioner venting here. So the Bowlus does have air conditioning, but of course it's not on the roof like you would see on most RVs. It's going to be inside, and we'll go into more why we do that. And I'll also link my air conditioning video so you can see the performance of that air conditioner in very hot 100+ degree weather. Emergency exit here. And then we use a cassette toilet, which is a little bit different than many other RVs, but there's a huge reason for this. So first of all, cassette toilets are very, very popular in Europe and in European RVs, and it's because it really gives you, first of all, that flexibility of where you want to camp. So the cassette can be dumped into any standard toilet, porta potty, etc. You're not looking for an RV dump station, which if you've ever been to an RV dump station, it's certainly not somewhere you'd like to return to. So with a cassette system, you're just dumping it into a toilet. You're not, having to deal with anyone else's waste like you would at that dump station. Great for off-grid camping because you're able to dump it, more easily. You're not having to locate that dump station as well. And it's also very easy to dump, incredibly hygienic. So I'll just open that container right here, the hatch right here. And that pulls out, and it's a good enough size for 2 people for about a week off-grid before it needs to get emptied. And when you're ready to empty it, you empty it just into, I'm doing this with my left hand, so my apologies, but just into a standard toilet. That's the size of it. Very easy, very hygienic, easy to rinse out and put back in. So I'm gonna close up that hatch again. We've got a heating system exhaust valve here, marker lights, and we're gonna go around the tail now. You've got LED tail lights, freshwater gravity fill right here. So this is what's going to fill your freshwater tank. Then you also have a city water tank over here, which I will show you as well. License plate goes here, license plate light, 4 screws. The second LED tail light. You've got that window, and I'll show you this view because it's one of my favorites, but you've got that beautiful tail where that 2024 T3 panels come to that perfect point. You've also got fabulous departure angle on the back here. So, many other RVs, you hear about that back half hitting on curves of, when you're exiting a gas station or whatnot. That departure angle in the tail makes it so that you're not having to be concerned about that. We use all polycarbonate windows, again, incredibly lightweight. Everything we do is to make this lightweight so that it can be towed by a huge variety of tow vehicles while also being superior quality. That's that city water inlet we were talking about. So that's if you're at a campground or at a friends and family's home and they have a place for filling fresh water. You're gonna hook up your freshwater taste-free hose to this and connect. As we move along, you've got your 30 amp input here. So this is going to be where you plug into shore power. The beautiful thing about the Bowlus is that everything can also be operated off of 15 amp. So again, if you're only getting 15 amp, and 15 amp is your regular household outlet, I'll just swing over here so we can show you. But just a regular outlet, and you can see that adapter right here, which is going 15 amp to 30 amp. And when on 15 amp, you can run everything inside your Bowlus, including air conditioning, including heating, all of those features. And that's actually quite unique for an RV. Most RVs, you need at least 30 amp in order to run the air conditioner. So really unique feature. This base rivet does not have aero solar, but it does have 2 solar inputs right here. So you can use up to 230 watt suitcase style solar panels, so up to 260 watts right here through these inputs. So definitely solar power ready. And I'll show you as we loop towards the front the type of solar panels that we would use with this. You'll see that we have stabilization jacks. We've got 2 at the back, and we also have 2 at the front. Those are retracted right now. Down here, you'll also see our gray water dump valve right here. And that just pulls out for you to dump gray water. And so we're not mixing gray water and black water like you might see in other RVs. So that means it's easier to dump, and you're obviously not mixing those 2 systems. So, you know, using biodegradable soaps and whatnot, it can be emptied onto, you know, your lawn, or, you know, a place at a friend's and family's home, or of course a dump station if that's more convenient for you. This is the awning rail, and like I said, that's on both sides. So the awning slides in on either side. Very easy setup in under a few minutes. We also use beautiful brass screens on all of the windows. All of the main windows slide open, so this one and the 2 in the living room. And then you've got the fixed windows back here at the tail. And I'm just going to loop around towards the front. Give a shot of that beautiful front door from another angle. And over there is that suitcase style solar panel I was talking about. So something like that can plug right into the exterior inputs on the exterior of the Bowlus. I'm going to head on inside right now and show off the interior features. So we're heading on inside this 2025 Bowlus Rivet. And first stop is the kitchen. What we have here is we have an induction cooktop. So like I mentioned before, the only appliance which even uses propane is that heating system, which can use both. So beautiful induction cooktop here, dual burner, and that turns on right here. And then of course the controls are right there. That's your porch light switch right there. Tons of storage in the kitchen. So we'll show you this side. So you've got 3 really great cupboards here, which store a lot. You've also got the fridge with freezer over here, and freezer up at the top. As I move on to the other side, we've got a great, and all of our countertops are stainless steel. It's actually one of the only steel components used inside the Bowlus. Otherwise, the interior, you'll notice, is beautiful anodized aluminum. So stainless steel countertops, lots of outlets. And just to dive into our battery systems while I'm thinking of it right now. So this Bowlus Rivet has 4 kilowatt hours of lithium iron phosphate power, and also our robust Bowlus power management system. And so that means that you can run all of the outlets, the air conditioning, all of the appliances off of the batteries. Now this is incredibly unique for a RV, and that enables you to be off-grid for an extended period of time, which means you don't need to be running that generator. You can camp at other locations other than campsites, and it really opens up the type of camping that you're able to do. Back to the kitchen, so faucet and kitchen sink. We've got the same size cupboard on the other side, but broken up into 2. Garbage can fits really great down there. You've got the microwave over here, and then you've got two really big, really deep drawers here. And this has all of the items that you get when you know, order. So we've got stabilization crank, you know, other important items like the stopper for the drains and those types of things. So that would be in that customer box. So you can see just how big it is. And then you've got the other drawer down below. Now all of the drawers in the Bowlus are hard pull soft close, and that's so there's nothing dumping out while you're in motion. And of course they close really beautifully as well. While I'm down here, we also have very high-end flooring, which is the same flooring used on professional basketball courts. So that's really great. And then we move towards the living room. And I actually took a seat here on the sofa, so it will be great I'll show you this side and then I'll flip around and show you the other side. So we've got the dinette here. Now the Bowlus does sleep 4, so this can convert into a bed. And of course the sofa I'm sitting on right now, which I'll show you in a second, also converts into a bed. This unit has the twin bed configuration in the bedroom. We also offer the Rivet in a king bed configuration, but this unit is in twins. What you'll also notice at the dinette, you've got those beautiful windows at eye level. They slide open here. So lots of cross ventilation on that brass screen. You've got light filtering curtains on every window, and I'll just roll those down just to show you how light filtering they are. So that's rolled down right now. Dinette. And underneath, so that's where you'll find another outlet right there. So this makes a great workstation if you're thinking of working remotely, as well as you've got a USB-C charging there. This is also where you'll find your distribution box and your 12-volt breakers. And so everything is under here should you ever need to reset a breaker or replace a 12-volt fuse. Lots of storage down below too. So you've got a drawer under the dinette on each chair, and then you've also got 3 on the sofa side, which I'll show you when I flip over, but you'll see just how much space there is here. So, you know, great. So I think of it as comparable to a 5-drawer dresser to give you an idea of the amount of storage. Also, which we'll do the light switches while we're here. So each room has a switch and it's also dimmable. So I'll just show you the lights up above. So you've got really great lighting, and that's the button to turn that off, on and off, and then also dim it. There we go. You also have 4 fantastic vents on the roof, and all of those are independently operated. So you twist that and push it closed and then pull to open, and they all have, you know, that beautiful brass screen as well. I'll just flip around to show you the full length. There we go. So lots of natural light, both from the windows, and then we have that fabulous LED light coming from above as well. Flipping around to show you the sofa side over here. So really great big sofa. And so seating for 5 inside, 3 on this side and 2 on this side. I found even, you know, 2 kids can easily fit together on the dinette as well. So something to also consider. And then we've got those drawers that I was showing you on the other side, and all 5 are the same size. But really great and big, great amount of storage. And, you know, why does the Bowlus feel so open? Well, first of all, we don't have any of the storage up above. So in your usual RV, when you come in, you'll find that all of the storage is up high, which of course makes it feel claustrophobic inside. And also it places the center of gravity really, really high. And you don't want this. And you don't want this because it makes the handling of the RV really difficult, again, because that center of gravity is up so high. So you'll find in the Bowlus, everything is down. So that means it has a low center of gravity and really great handling. At Bowlus, it's important for us how enjoyable that journey is, not just while you're at that destination. Of course, you want to be comfortable at that destination as well, and we certainly deliver on that. But we also want that journey there not to be something where you're white knuckling it as you're driving. So really, really pleasurable driving experience. Huge variety of tow vehicles, easy to drive, no extension mirrors necessary, hitch and unhitch in under a minute. And, really great handling, especially in crosswinds because of that curved design. So you're not having any, air hit that flat side of that RV. If any of you have ever driven a big van, you certainly know that feeling of when air is hitting the side of your vehicle and you're really having to feel like you're hanging on. That's certainly not a concern in a Bowlus, again, because of that low center of gravity, as well as that curve of the ceiling, which you can really appreciate from this angle here as well. But you still have a, really great height inside of 6'4", and so lots of room. And because our storage isn't up above, you'll also find that it feels really beautiful and open. As we move forward, I first want to mention our air conditioning system because I'm looking at one of our vents right here. So like I said, our air conditioning system is down low. Its air intake is actually right there. And so why is it down low? Again, low center of gravity. This system is also incredible because it's vented to every room. And so it's not, just in one room that's really getting cold and the rest of the rooms are feeling hot like you might have seen in other RVs. It's vented to each room. It's almost similar to an automotive style air conditioning video. And I'm going to link my air conditioning video here for you to jump over and take a peek at that performance of that air conditioner, which is spectacular. Also has a dehumidifying mode for those owners who are maybe in a little more of a humid type of area that find that really helps cool down. But over here on the west, I really find that because of that cross ventilation, you don't really need to turn that air conditioning on until it's much hotter. And that air conditioning, like I said before, also does run from the battery. And so you're able to have air conditioning without having to turn around on the generator or be connected to shore power, which just opens up the places that you can camp spectacularly. Heating. So we already went over that Bowlus is a Four Seasons RV. Why? Because all of our water systems are inside, because we have fantastic insulation. And so we have lots of owners using these in the winter as, ski cabins and whatnot, or even just traveling. And we've got that hydronic heating system. And that's a huge reason why this heating is so spectacular. So what does hydronic heating system mean? It means that antifreeze or glycol is being pumped through the interior of the Bowlus. And that is silent, which is fantastic. And it's also really efficient. And so that system can operate off of electric. So when you're plugged into shore power, off of battery, or also off of the propane system. So if you were doing that winter camping, you'd be running it on propane. And down here are the radiators. So that's where that glycol has radiators behind it. There's also some at the front of the door, and that antifreeze is being pumped throughout the whole of the Bowlus. So very warm and toasty for that Four Seasons use. Let's go over the door systems because that's something that's really special for a Bowlus. So even though we have that 25-foot length, we're able to have that separate bedroom, which is really unique for an RV. So here I'm going to open up this door and close that bedroom off from the bathroom. And then I'm going to step back and close this door behind me. So if you're having kids sleep out here or friends sleep out here, you really do have a separate area because the two sleeping here have their own separate room, and then there's that bathroom in between you and the bedroom. So lots of privacy, lots of space. I'm going to jump into the bathroom now to show you some of these features. So I'm opening this door from the living room, coming into the bathroom, and I'm turning around. And so now I'm in the bathroom. And let's go over some of the features here. So you'll find your heating system control panel here. This is your Bowlus power management system control panel there. Main power switch to the right, so that turns on and off the Bowlus completely, which is great for storage mode. You've got your water pump switch here. And then you have your vanity light switch here. You also have this fantastic touchscreen panel, which can show you the battery percentage, how much time you have left, what's being used, how you're charging. So really fantastic use of that. And also the air conditioner panel. You've got the vanity here with really fantastic lighting, which is unique for an RV as well. And then lots of storage for toiletries, etc. behind. Stainless steel countertops, bathroom sink, and again, an outlet, which is always live, so perfect for blow drying hair, electric razors, etc. You'll also find additional storage down below here. And all of our Bowlus rivets are Starlink ready. And so this would be the place where you would put the internal Starlink router, and that routes to the exterior hatch for you to set up the exterior Starlink component. So all Bowluses are always Starlink ready. We really do find that that's a great system to be streaming with or doing work with, and getting really great speeds no matter where you are in the country. Over here we have the toilet, and we have the emergency exit as well. Nice lighting up above. And like I said, we use that cassette toilet system. I've already gone over all the advantages of that as well. And I'm actually sitting here in the shower, so I'll just flip around. So you've got that fantastic Italian shower head. You also have some additional hanging storage right here. So I'll just open this up. And again, sorry if this is awkward. It's with my left hand, but that bar slides down. And when the shower is not in use, you can use this for hanging with hangers. And so that kind of increases your storage when it's not in use. And then you'll see just how big the shower is. So I'm seated here on the seat, and you'll see just how much room there is here. Lots of room to shower, very comfortable, and then that beautiful real wood that is on both the floor and the seat. Just flip around. There we go. And lots of hooks throughout, so great for hanging towels. We've thought of all of those items as well. And we'll move on to the bedroom, and we have the twin bed set up here. Really fantastic mattresses as well, memory foam. We've actually had customers request to order these for their homes. That's just how comfortable they are. We've got USB charging ports there, the mini booster fan, so that's for the heating system to keep that warm air on your toes. The windows, and then these blinds are for the windows at the back, so you're also able to block those. There we go. Really well. And then same light filtering windows, and these windows do open here. Like you can see, same brass screens as the living room, and then really beautiful light filtering shades. You also have reading light here. There's charging on that reading light as well. So turning it on and off there. Air conditioning vent up above. So that's that vented air conditioner that we talked about. So that concludes our tour. Thank you so much for joining me for the 2025 base Bowlus Rivet that we have available for sale right now. You can contact us through our website at www.bowlus.com or via email at sales@bowlus.com. We look forward to talking with you. Thank you so much.